I'm just going to leave you with just those 10 principles. If we had time, I would work through each one of those. So it's just 1 hour. So if I had time, I would go through each of those in detail and take maybe another hour or so. But here are the 10 principles. Firstly, you need to have a purpose. A crystal clear purpose in your life. Okay? I'm going to just flip through them. What do you live for? So write down, number 1 is purpose. What do you live for? What is your life all about? What is the guiding light in your life? What is taking you forward? Now, you're not going to just spark that off unless you start going through that exercise I was telling you, until you really dig through and clear your mind of all those other things that you'd like to achieve with your life. If I say to you, what are the 10 things you pursuing in the next 5 years? What are the 10 big things that you do with your life? What do you want for your career, for your family, for your relationships? What are your wealth goals, your money goals? What are your spiritual goals, your mind goals? What are the big things that you want to do with your life? Have you given that thought? The reality about life, and that's why life is so good. You need courage. You're going to have challenges, but challenges make you grow. Remember that whole butterfly thing that I spoke about? It's got to fight through that whole thing to break through. You've got to do that to break through and get to the end. You need to have that courage. I said, know your history and park it. I don't want to know about your history. You must just know where you came from, talk to your friends about it, and that's it. Create something from now on. Do something about your life. Move forward. Don't live in the past. What beliefs hold you back? Because beliefs can either imprison you or give you freedom. What has held you back? What can we debate and say, no, I cannot do that. I'm a woman, I can't do that. I'm black, I'm white, I'm this. I can't do that. Break that thing. Who said you can't do that? You can do whatever you want to do. It's your choice. The way you look at yourself, how do you see yourself? Your self-image. If I say close your eyes and see, do you see yourself as empowered, or do you see yourself as weak, defeated, unable to do anything? You can create a new image of yourself, a powerful image that can take you to high levels. Purpose, beliefs, make choices, guys. Decide what you want to do with your life. You make the call. It's your choice. I love this one. From being an architect, 5. We design life, we write goals down. It's like building a house. Okay? It's like building a house. You have the grand design of what the house might look like. You got the vision in your mind. My house is going to be like this, and it's going to be on top of a hill. It's going to have so many bedrooms. And that's the vision. But you need to draw the plans and be very clear about the size and the dimensions. And then you need to go to the artisans who can tell you how much concrete goes in. And then someone needs to actually build the house. Someone needs to sweat through that process. It's not just about thinking, it's about work. And work starts exactly where you are now. With whatever is presented, all you have is now. You know, you may say, no, gee, how come this guy is so passionate about what he's saying? Well, all I have is now. You know, I don't have the last 5 minutes, I don't have the next, I have now. So I can give energy to what I'm doing now. So all you have is the time you have in your work. When you get home, that's the time that you have. You must optimize what happens, what comes through in your environment at a given stage. There's no such thing as permanent failure. You will see things that you say in your life, I failed. This is just a learning point. We all have, I could tell you horror stories about my own life, you know, just to bring in context, but I'm not going to do that. I learn from that. After I get very upset and, why is life doing this? I sit back and I learn from it and I move on. We all have those things. That's the reality of life. That's why life is good. You have those things, but you move on. Now, live by priorities. This doesn't make sense until you have your list of 100 goals. You're going to have your list of goals, then you're going to say, okay, phew, I can't work on 100, where am I going to start? And you choose a few here and you start working on that. And you see those things happen in your life. You've got to love work. Can't overemphasize this. That's what it's all about. Diligence. You've done all the thinking. You've done the visualization. You've written down your plans. You've got the drawings, but you've got to work. You've got to build the house. You've got to sweat it out. You've got to go through it. You've got to have smart goals. Now, When you're talking about goals, I mean, if you wrote like, I want to be happy, that means nothing. That's not a goal. You know, what's I want to be happy? I mean, that means nothing. You gotta be specific, you know. What's happiness? Well, I want to have my pilot license so I can fly. That makes me happy. And other things. You know, I could tell you more. But you must decide what you want. Don't just write strange things that you can't quantify. Quantify it, and it's going to happen. Sure. For me, this is a nice way to close this thing. How do you speak to yourself? How do you speak to yourself? You've got to use empowering, inspiring words to inspire yourself. Talk to yourself in an encouraging way, uplifting way. You've got to be your own motivator. I do that. I speak to myself. By the time I was walking down here, I was charged up, ready to go, because I fired myself up. I don't have to wait for anyone to do that. So it's your call, your choice to do that. Learn to language yourself. Choose the words that inspire you, lift you up, and encourage you to go further. Sheesh, that's a very quick hour. I wish I had like 10 hours. Guys, any questions that we can kind of put around this thing? Because we're done. Before you know it, yes ma'am.
I'd like to ask you, would you say or do you believe that success is measured by material things or material status? Would you say that?
Success is personal. You write your 100 goals, you choose what you want. As you achieve your goals, you are successful to yourself. Your goals, your choice. I can't define your success. I know my success is achieving my goals and working towards my goals every day. So today I'm successful. I'm very successful today. I've inspired, I don't know, 40 youngsters. I'm happy with life. Life's good. Any other questions? Yes?
Have you written a book?
I have.
Is it available?
Yes, it is, actually. I'll find out if I have a few extra copies. I'm writing another one. So we'll also put you there. In fact, we're starting a little blog with Laura on CSI. We're going to load this up on our blog in chapters, so you can go and download it and watch it and view it. So that will happen in the next, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. Is that it? Gee, it was easy.